So a question I get all the time when people are looking to move to the greater Lansing area is, what do the roads look like? How are they? And in this video, I'm going to be doing a tour of what the southernmost part of Lansing roads look like all the way up to the northernmost parts. We just had a huge snowstorm, so I'm going to show you how well do the plows work? What do the roads look like? What does the southern part of Lansing look like all the way up to the northern part? So of course you know this, but Michigan is known for having cold, snowy weather. And this is another video that I'm going to be doing showing you around the southernmost part of Lansing all the way up to the northernmost part. And I'm going to be taking on a street that goes straight up there. We're going to be looking at the condition of the roads because we just had a major snowstorm. We're also going to be talking about some of the sights and sounds because that takes you directly into downtown. So we're going to be able to talk about some of that stuff as well. So you're going to want to stay tuned all the way through because you're going to want to get a good idea of the main scope of the Lansing area. And believe you me, this video is definitely going to do it. So let's get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey everybody, Troy Seifert here, coming to you live from inside my car. I'm with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialists in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. Our team helps people buy or sell homes. We're real estate agents, and we get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you guys, who are looking to move to the Lansing, Michigan area. So whether you're looking to move here in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months from now, whatever time frame that might be, we would love to be able to talk with you. So feel free to call, text, email me, or schedule a Zoom so that we can help discuss your real estate goals with you and kind of find what you're looking for. Also, if you could please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for any notifications so that you could be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life drops. And we have new episodes at least once or twice a week, so you're not going to want to miss that. Okay, folks, so we are here inside of my car taking a look at Lansing, Michigan, the southernmost part of Lansing, all the way to the northernmost part, which is going to be close to DeWitt. And the road that we're going to be on is known as Cedar Street. A couple things I want you to know. A, Michigan is a hands-free state, so I'm going to be driving with the utmost safety. B, we just had a major snowstorm last night, and all the schools were closed. So you're going to be seeing the next day how well the plows work on this street, which is known as Cedar Street. And again, Cedar Street just goes straight up and down. There are other roads that are parallel to Cedar Street to the west and to the east. To the west, you have Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and then to the east, you have Pennsylvania Avenue as well. But we're going to be going on Cedar. That's the main drag. We have a lot of traffic lights, but we're going to go straight into the downtown as well, so you're not going to want to miss that. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up here, and we're going to start our tour. Okay, folks, we're going to get started turning onto Cedar Street here. And as I'm driving, you're going to see here to the left a yellow sign. That's Edgeru Skating. I feature that a lot on my tour videos of Holt. We are in the Holt area, so this is one of the southernmost parts of Lansing. And one thing I want to tell you guys, look at the roads. I mean, again, this is less than 24 hours from when the storm started. And like I said earlier, we got about 5 or 6 inches of snow in our area. So you can see how the plows worked. And when I made my way down here, one thing that's good for you to know as well, the interstates were completely clear. They were plowed extremely well. Even in DeWitt, if you looked at my very first video where I talked to you guys about surviving winter drives, and I was in DeWitt, like close to my neighborhood, they did an awesome job just plowing the roads. My neighborhood was plowed out extremely early. Now, I do want to kind of tell you some context here with that, because in a couple days, we're supposed to be getting another winter storm. And so I'm wondering if they're just trying to get on top of it so that we don't have snowstorm after snowstorm and that we don't have the roads, neighborhoods taken care of, because we're supposed to get several inches from that one. So, that could be why. I mean, because I'm looking at the road here, you guys. I mean, again, this is a more of a main road. This runs perpendicular to Saginaw, which runs west to east. So Saginaw, and I'll show you where the roads cross. there. So again, that was another one of my winter snow drive videos. But again, I'm driving through the city of Holt. You're not necessarily seeing a downtown anywhere. The roads here are in good shape. At some point, they did redo the roads here recently. So the roads on this side of town, at least, seem to be in great shape. So over here on the left, if you can see it, there's a sign that says a QD on it. That is, and I'm getting ready to pass it here, but that is Quality Dairy. It's a shop that I have not featured at all on any of my Lansing, Michigan videos. And it is a convenience store that is very special to the mid-Michigan area. In fact, they make donuts and they are made fresh. They deliver them to all their Quality Dairy stores. I would say probably in Lansing, there's at least 10 to 15 of them in our area. So the one thing about Quality Dairies that I will say is that they do look a little run down. I feel like they need to be remodeled, but the inside, like they have donuts, they have ice cream that they sell. When it gets close to Lent and to Fat Tuesday, they sell what's known as pashkis. Don't know if you've ever heard of those before, but they're just like a donut that is jelly filled. And so people buy those around town here. Actually, I think that day is coming up here soon because I'm filming this in February. So coming up here, they're going to be selling those types of donuts at Quality Dairy. But again, as you can see here, bravo, kudos to Lansing right now with these roads, because when I showed you the last video going west to east, that was our cold spell, that was our cold snap, and the roads, like, I mean, it is about maybe like 18 to 20 degrees out here today, but like the roads are in decent shape out here compared to like how they were when we were at sub-zero temperatures. So as I'm going through here, I'm going through Holt, you see McDonald's, you see an O'Reilly's, you see a Taco Bell, you see a Burger King. I mean, there's just a lot of fast food places. And then I just passed a restaurant known as Los Tres Amigos. That's a Mexican restaurant that is locally owned, and they have some locations around here. Now at this traffic light, you might have seen the sign, you might not have, but this is where Kroger is, which is, there's several Krogers throughout the area. This is one of the nicer Krogers in the area, and a lot of people from Holt and the southern part of Lansing come here. Then you see over to the left of the traffic light, you see Popeyes, and then up ahead over to the right, I don't know if you can see it, but it's past the traffic light, we'll be passing it here soon, is a place known as Dairy Dan's. It's a walk-up ice cream place that's very popular in the summer, obviously not right now when it's so stinking cold outside. But man, I tell you guys, like this winter has been crazy. It definitely has had very cold temperatures. We have had snowstorms. So last year we had a very, very mild winter. This year seems like a little bit more typical. So I'm crossing over here. And again, you're gonna see, now we've crossed over into the Lansing city line. So now we're officially in South Lansing. You are going to see Lowe's over here to your right. There's a Starbucks over here to your right that's coming up. You're gonna see Speedway gas stations. But this is another part of town that does have some shopping, some restaurants, some entertainment, but not quite as bustling as the west side of town. A lot of people kind of consider the south part of town a little bit more run down compared to most. I mean, like over here, you have Wendy's, you have KFC. Another place that's kind of cool within our area that I haven't pointed out, it's locally owned. It's known as Big John Steak and Onion. You can kind of see it a little bit beyond the traffic light there to the right. Big John Steak and Onion is just a cheesesteak place, and they are based, I think, like about 40 minutes away, but just some good cheesesteak sandwiches that they have, and I've enjoyed going there. But you have a Menards down here. Like if you take a left here at this traffic light, Menards will be here. That's just like a Lowe's or Home Depot. If you if I would have taken a curve over to the right, like right before this traffic light, that would have been extremely easy access to take me to I-96, which is a major interstate in the southern part of Lansing. I-96 will take you all the way to Detroit area. So, or you can take it west, and that will take you to the west part of Lansing as well. And if you take I-96 east, that'll also take you to 127, which goes straight through Lansing. Now over here to the left is rumored to be where a Chick-fil-A is going to be coming in. So eventually a Chick-fil-A will be coming here. Oh, that Dunkin' over there to the right is new, and that Wingstop is similar to a Buffalo Wild Wings, but it's not quite like what a restaurant would be. Now, over here to the right, you're seeing a very large building. That's Meijer. Over to the left is where Target is and Celebration Cinema. And you also have Texas Roadhouse. So now you're starting to see more things. You see an Applebee's here to the left. We continue to see like there's a little shopping complex over there. There was Panera over there to the left. We had just missed that. But several things that are throughout here. You're going to see a mix of fast food and a mix of some restaurants. Now, if you go over here to the right, there is another seafood boil place that's over here. And I think I've mentioned it. There's a place called Tangy Crab on the west side. I forget the name of the one here on the south side of town. I think it has ocean in it, Ocean Crab or something. And it's a seafood boil place. People say that one is better than Tangy Crab is. Right, but you can see already, you guys, lots of traffic lights, right? Lots of traffic lights around here. But again, like, I mean, I crossed over into Lansing City. These roads have been plowed, but you can see the roads as we start getting closer to Lansing City are a little bit rougher. You can see like that nice crack in the center. Again, just kind of giving you some science here. The reason why the roads are the way they are is because we get hot again, then we thaw out, or sorry, not hot again. We get cold again, and then ice goes in there, and then when it melts, it freezes, makes the concrete separate a little bit, and so we do get potholes here. You can even see it a little bit over to the right. And I know I'm talking here a lot, but we just passed the Fazoli's right behind us. I love going there. Lots of fast food places, but the only Fazoli's is on the south side of town, just to let you know. So if you want some good fast food Italian, definitely go there. But now as we start continuing to go here, what you are going to notice is you are going to see some buildings that have signs missing. You are going to see some buildings that are vacant. So like over here to the left, that used to be a Kmart, and they made it into a U-Haul storage place. So there's a lot of retail that's been on here, but then there's been a lot of things that have just moved around. But again, guys, I'm going to comment, like, the roads here, again, are fantastic. I mean, they have done a great job here with the roads. And again, I'm not shooting this 2 days after the snowstorm. This is literally the day after. So I'm extremely impressed. Okay, so we're going to continue to go here. Visibility isn't that great right now. I mean, we do have some lingering snow showers, which you can sometimes get, especially when we're closer to the lakes as well. There just can be some lingering snow showers. So you got McDonald's there. But again, like, I mean, I'm telling you, like these, and the speed limit on here is 45 miles an hour, and everyone's traveling it. There's no sliding or slipping at all. I mean, I'm really impressed. Now, if you love Dairy Queen and you just kind of like having the brand of Dairy Queen, there is a drive-through Dairy Queen. There's not like a sit-down right over there to the left that we just passed. And again, like on this street, you are just gonna, from like right now we're between where the south part of Lansing is and downtown. And you're just not really gonna see a whole lot of stuff. Like, even as I'm driving here over to the left, that strip mall, mostly vacant. Over here to the right, you're gonna see more things just are vacant. And that's just something about the south side of town here. If you do decide to live close to here, there is more affordable housing. a lot of homes, like if you get a home right off of Cedar Street here to the left or to the right, you could find some homes that are $100,000 to $150,000. Very affordable homes over here. But again, you're kind of seeing the part of town, right, that we are at. There's a lot of vacant buildings. There is some retail, but you're not, very close to everything. Like I'm just passing a Dollar General. I'm just passing, coming up here, an old vacant Family Video. I don't know if you know what Family Video is, but it's like what Blockbuster used to be, but no one has filled that one, okay? But again, there's going to be more fun coming up here, I promise you, so stick with me as I'm driving. Over here to the right is a very popular diner called Fleetwood Diner. They have great breakfasts. People love going to it, and it definitely has like the diner feel. And we're getting up here, I mean, we're making decent time so far up here at this traffic light. So we are almost to the downtown area here. Okay. So up here to the left is a place called Sir Pizza. They have really good pizza. I love they have like a thin crust pizza. It's not like a deep dish at all, but really good pizza. That's all I can really say about it. They do have a couple of those in the Lansing area. I highly recommend it. And now, as we get up here, again, you can see lots of traffic lights, you guys. And again, I mean, I'm crossing over in the Lansing City. Lansing City, you did a great job plowing today. This is not the typical. But again, I feel because the snowstorm is coming, they are trying to prepare for that, which is totally fine. All right, up ahead here, you're seeing some like we're crossing a bridge, but straight ahead, we're gonna get close to an overpass, and that's going to be close to our other major interstate, which is the bypass in downtown, like close to downtown Lansing area. So in downtown Lansing area, they have 496, and that takes you to a lot of the streets there. So up ahead here, that just makes you avoid a lot of the traffic lights going west to east, which again was on my first video there, or not my first, my second video, going from west to east. So we are continuing to go and drive. We are approaching downtown. So like I told you guys, that was a little bit of a lull with some vacant buildings, not really a lot of sights to see. But again, I think I promised you there's going to be more things to see. We are approaching the downtown area. There's the signs right there for the interstate to go west or east, on it. Straight ahead with some of these traffic lights, you are going to see we are approaching the downtown area. Now over here to the left is a Wendy's. I know for some of you guys are like, well, a Wendy's, like what's the big deal? They just completely rebuilt that Wendy's. And I'm going to be honest and tell you, like, that Wendy's was in horrible shape. And I thought it was going to shut down. But they decided to completely tear it down, get new owners. And as of a week ago, it completely reopened. And it has revitalized that area of town, just because there's a lot of cars that are through the drive-thru right now. Okay, so we are approaching the downtown. To the left is where coming up here, I can see some of the towers of downtown. So we are on a one-way street right now, folks. Okay. That started right like around where the interstate was. So to the right here is Capital City Market. That's for people who live around here. They have a grocery store that's Meyer owned. To the left is going to be the Capitol building. That'll take you directly to there. And then over here on my left is Jackson Field, where the Lansing Lugnuts play. Over to, like you can see over here, these apartments over here to the left. People can stay in these and watch from the outfield on a Lansing Lugnuts game. There's fireworks as well. And then you just got some local family restaurants, like Lansing Brewing Company is over here to the left. They've got a really good menu, really good food. And as I'm approaching up here, we are getting close to that intersection that I told you. Okay, that wasn't a good spot where they plowed. They didn't really plow all that great. But we're getting close to the intersection where The west and east side meet the north and south side. This is the crossroads. Saginaw's up here. Again, to the left here, you saw a sign for QD, Quality Dairy. There's another one over there. And a very, very, very popular place here in town. Yeah, so as I'm sitting here waiting, I have a funny story that I want to be able to tell you. So when I first moved to the area, I moved here in 2007. And in 2007, my wife and I decided to live on the south side of town, and I worked up in DeWitt. And so we didn't know how to get anywhere. And so we asked her, we said, how do we get up to DeWitt from here? And so the person at the townhome complex where we were renting said, oh, you can take this road all the way up to DeWitt. Like, it's easy. Okay, so you guys are experiencing right now what we experienced that first time. Lots of traffic lights. In fact, we are close to 20 minutes on this road, you guys, and we aren't even I'm still 10 minutes away. So, you know, this is not the fastest way to DeWitt or the northern part of Michigan. Definitely take the interstate. I don't know why she didn't tell us to take the interstate. Okay, so over here to the left is Old Town, and this is a very popular part of town. To the right is a place that's part of Old Town called Cosmos. It has really cool pizzas. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on Food Network. But to the left there, Old Town, it's another downtown area that has lots of boutique shops, restaurants, and is incredibly popular in the summer. They have festivals there as well in the summertime. They have a fish ladder. I love that place. They just have very unique places that you can go to and visit. So that's Old Town over there. Now we're crossing over another bridge, which just takes you over Grand River Avenue. But now you can kind of see with the roads, they are getting a little rougher. And like I just went over a divot there, and oh, that was another one right there, okay? You can see potholes over there to the right, in the right lane beside those cars. I mean, there are potholes here. And again, our governor has stated that she wants to help fix the roads, but according to the latest statistics, in about another 10 years, roads will go from being 60% fair to 40% fair here in Michigan. So I think it's an ongoing battle here that they just can't keep up with the way the climate and the weather is. They just can't seem to fix the road problem. So that's going to be something that they continue to need to have funding for. But I mean, overall, you guys, I will say 96% of what I'm seeing right now is very promising. Like, it's in great shape. So I am just north of downtown. So we are approaching going to the DeWitt area. Now there, like that, do you see that there in the road, you guys? Like in the center? It's just kind of, it's that, a lot of that, if I were to drive that would just be straight potholes over there. So we are probably entering into a different township over here because you can look at the roads, okay? Look at this. Definitely doesn't look as clean as Lansing City does, right? So again, township to township, you have to kind of be aware of what they do. And I mean, it looks like some of these have been plowed and they look okay, but guys, I'm telling you, like this stretch, potholes everywhere. If I was to go in the right lane there, whew, like that would be brutal. And I will tell you that during the winter time, because of the way the climate is, you're gonna see more and more potholes because you're even seeing in there, like the water is setting in there. So then if it does freeze and gets colder overnight, it's just going to make those potholes even bigger, and it's not going to help the problem. Now, again, I'm in a different area. Look at the roads. Look at the difference. That's why you stay tuned until the end, folks. Right? Really, I don't know why it isn't as good right now. I mean, I am getting into some more snow here, but taking this road all the way to the north is going to take you to DeWitt. And I told you I traveled from DeWitt to try to get down to the south side. So I went all the way down to the south side to try to travel back up north here. And the highways were great, but it could just be that we're getting this flurry here. I don't know. But I think the biggest, again, I'm doing a lot of commentary here, you guys, because really on this road, you know, you're traveling 45 to, you know, upwards of 55 miles an hour here. There really ain't a heck of a whole lot over here. I mean, over there to the left is a place called the Hot House. There's some motels here that I'd be a little scared to go to. I'm just being honest. I don't know if I would stay there, okay? There's another motel, Green Acres Motel, over to the left. I'm a little scared of that motel too. I don't know what's there. Then we got the Mega Mall, which they don't have a sign up, but the Mega Mall, it's a cool place. They have like a bunch of different vendors that go there and sell their own stuff. So kind of cool there. But let me get back to the Hot House. The Hot House just south of those hotels, it's a place that you can rent a hot tub and just relax, I guess, at the Hot House right here. So this would be considered over here, I think we're still in DeWitt Township, and DeWitt Township isn't, you know, has a different tax bracket as well. Now it looks like these roads are okay, but you know, I'm approaching 55 mile an hour roads here. I'm gonna continue going here. Yeah, totally, like a nice little stretch here where you're going 50, 55 miles an hour. And sorry about the blurriness there. My windshield wipers do not seem to be working correctly. But now I'm approaching DeWitt. So welcome to DeWitt, folks. And DeWitt right here, a couple stories. So over here to the right is a place that used to be an outlet center. It is no more. You can see the for lease sign over there if you can see it through the blurriness. So over to the right is just a vacant building, and it has a lot. It used to be an outlet center. Now they have really hardly anything in there. So it's just kind of sitting there. I feel like it's an eyesore for DeWitt. I'm like, come on, DeWitt. Yeah, lots of people moving here, and I just think that DeWitt was having a lot of building going on, and they became a little premature, because right here you can see I'm crossing over I-69. That's the other major highway, and I think they thought with where the highway was here that, you know, I-69 is here, that people were going to go to it, and it ended up failing. So now you're seeing this is the main stretch where a lot of stuff in DeWitt is. But this will again show you the size of the town, because pretty much this is what DeWitt looks like on the main stretch, folks, okay? You know, and again, DeWitt has a different part. They have the downtown area, so it's a lot bigger than this, but if you want to get any fast food, this is where you have to go. You got Arby's, McDonald's, you have a gas station, you have Burger King coming up here, you have a Little Caesars, you have your drugstore, and you have a Bob Evans over here to the right. And I mean, and then you have a Meijer and a Starbucks up ahead, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna kind of turn off over here. I mean, to the left over here is a Culver's and a Tim Hortons. They have additional things, but that's pretty much it for DeWitt, you guys. So I'm gonna pull off somewhere, and I'm gonna kind of give you my closing thoughts. Well, hey folks, that is the end of the tour there. You'll see it's a little bit different from my west to east tour. Not as much stuff to look at. But hopefully you were able to kind of see what the greater Lansing area looks like at all areas, from the north, the south, the east, and the west. That's my hope. So if you liked what you saw, again, please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications. And also, if you're looking to buy any real estate, please call, text, email me, or schedule a Zoom. And all my information is in the description below. I'd love to be able to talk with you. I do feel like kids will have school tomorrow. You saw the conditions of the roads. I do feel like some places will have school, maybe some places won't if you're out in the country. But it was very promising to see that they had this snowstorm cleared up just like that. So if you're coming from a warmer state, I'm sure it's not like this, but out here, they have plows, they have the crew to do it, they will take care of it. So until next time, folks, take care and make it a great day.